Guess what time it is? It's time for Little Fish Dragon Reviews. Welcome back, Dragon Riders. Little Fish here with another Dragons Review. And today I have a set of 6 Burger King Kids Meal toys to share with you guys, so without much further ado, let's get started. Released in 2016, this Burger King Kids Meal toy set includes Barf and Belch, Hookfang, Windshear, Meatlug, Stormfly, and Toothless. So let's open up each bag and see what each of these dragons can do. So we're going to begin with Barf and Belch. And this is just the packaging, kind of shows off what they can do. It also says Dreamworks Dragons Race to the Edge, meant for the ages above 3 by Burger King. And keep the bag out of reach of children because it could be considered a choking hazard. It's very interesting. It looks like these were supposed to be released from June to September 2016, but my store did not get them until December. And I should note that the bag does come with a tear strip. In fact, all of the bags have tear strips, so that's really nice that they added those for easy opening. So let's open it up. So with all but one of these figures, the wings come separated from the body, so you have to assemble the figures. So that should be pretty easy. Just a little insert right there, and you put it in, and you try to snap it in like so. And now you have the wing in the back. These are pretty easy to put in. Put it in. And it kind of flaps. So let's see what this figure can do. So take a closer look. Not much of a paint job on this, it's just green. And their faces are painted, which is nice. They could have used a little bit of white on their teeth to just break up the green. And these are the wings. Try to get his tail out of the way. I'm not sure if those little speckles are supposed to be on the wing, but it does add some texture. I'm going to say that they should be there because they're on both wings in roughly the same spots. Of the tail is hollowed out along with the legs, and I guess the main gimmick of this figure is that you can move the heads up and down, kind of get in each other's way if you have them both up. So head goes down, and up, and up, and they don't go any other way, just up and down. And the tail, the wing gets in the way, but the tail can spin around, and that seems to be about it. So the wings flap, the heads bob up and down, and the tail, although a little difficult with the wings in the way, can spin round and round. There we are. So maybe they should have pushed them up a little further or had a little bit of a cutout so that the tail could move, but otherwise, not bad. Now on to the next bag. So next up we have Hookfang, so this is the bag. And like Belch and Barf, they do not have the wings in their bodies, you have to assemble it. And I guess his gimmick is that his head can move, and his tail, and his wings. Also meant for the ages above 3, Burger King. So let's put him together, take a closer look, and see what he does. So we'll take a look at his detail first before we put on his wings. Burger King right there. And that is the spot where the wings will go. It looks like his tail is made out of a different plastic than the rest of his body, because the tail's kind of pinkish, while the rest of his body is a shiny red. It's very matte as opposed to the shine. And there is some scale patterning there. On his wings, just kind of insert them like so. Just gotta line it up and snap it in. Oh, there we go. Same thing for the other one. Line it up and snap it in. So the wings will move up and down. This one snaps in a little too easily, so I think it might fall out kind of easily, but it seems to be in now. His head does move, it spins all the way around, and his legs move up, forward, and back. And I'm pretty sure without the wings, they probably go all the way around. Yep. And his tail spins all the way around as well. This is Hookfang. And next up we have Windshear. Looks like there's a pull string of some kind. And you just kind of bob them up and down. Same thing, Burger King, meant for the ages above 3. And unlike the rest of the figures, Windshear comes already assembled. So we'll take a look at his detail and then at what he can do. On the wings, just these little ridges, and it's really interesting that they added Windshear. I was not expecting them to add this dragon, but it's really nice that they did, giving some love to Heather and Windshear. So let's see what this string does. Well, if you pull on it, nothing happens, so I guess it's just meant to hang the dragon. And according to the bag, you're supposed to kind of flap them around like that. So that's pretty silly, actually. Kind of funny, but strange. Kind of wish it was one of those pull cords that when you pull it and let it go, it causes the wings to flap really fast and then the string gets pulled in. But then again, I guess you'd need a pretty long string, and that could be an even bigger choking hazard. So this way they can control the string length. Let's see, the tail moves, the tail does spin. Does the head spin though? The head does not spin. And yes, I'm aware that Windshear is female. I'm sorry I said he a few times. It's just kind of force of habit. So this is Windshear, the Razor Whip. And next up we have Meatlug. It looks like you put the wings in, they can flap. And I guess that she's a little racer. There might be wheels in her bottom, and there are. Interesting. So here we have Meatlug, and the inside of her mouth is hollowed out. So if you really wanted to, you could probably stick some paper clips or a penny in her mouth, but just be aware that you might not get the penny or paper clips back. It's really nice that we also get a Meatlug figure. Usually they leave her out as well. Take a look at her wings as well, and there's some nice texturing on these. Same thing for both wings. We'll put these in, should be pretty simple. There we go. And let's see what else she can do. Do her legs move? Now it looks like her legs should be able to move, but it appears they don't. You can see that circle around where her legs are. You would think that they would move, but I guess because of the wheels, she is in a static position. So let's see if we can get her to fly on the table. So she does wheel around, really nice and smooth. Kind of wish that her wings would flap when you move her. This one's actually a lot of fun, that she spins around and she moves so freely. And they did a pretty good job with her. Made her the right colors, and she's got nice texturing on her. So, really happy with this one. And now we have Stormfly. So again, you have to attach the wings, which are purple. That's unusual. Usually she's more of a yellow and blue scheme, but Here she's a little bit more turquoise and purple, so those actually go nice together. And it looks like her gimmick is something with her head. I have seen these in action. I think she's a bobblehead, but we'll just have to take a closer look. So we'll take a look at the figure first. You can kind of already see that her head is bobbling. And like most of the others, her tail does move. Though it does get a little bit stuck over there. Texturing on her wings, you can see all those spots. Would have been nice if they added a little bit more color, but this isn't too bad. So there's a little slot there and a peg there. Let's line it up. And her wings kind of go back and forth a little bit like that. But I don't know if they're actually supposed to move, but they do not go up and down. In there. And just slight movement going back and forth, but no up and down. No movement beyond her tail, and just a very slight bobble. You could just kind of make her head move, but she's a little bobbly. And for our last figure, we have Toothless. So like the others, you have to attach his wings. Looks like there's a button on his back, and it looks like his wings must move. Let's find out. So the Toothless figure, he's a very lightweight plastic. He feels completely hollow on the inside. He might not be, but that's just the way he feels. You can hear that there's a little spring in his body, and I like the texturing on him. Not so keen on the paint job on his tail. There's some red splotching there, and there's a lot of missed spots on the back. Plus it would have been nice if they put some white on the little Viking skull on his tail so you can see it better. I do like his sculpt. It really does reflect Toothless very nicely. There's so many toys out there that the figure kind of looks like Toothless, but not really. So they did a pretty good job on this one. And that must be the button. Texture. Kind of reminds me of that play foam stuff that they sell with all the little beads in it. Should be pretty easy to just pop the wings in. I hear that little snap. Let's see what happens when you push the button. And he flaps. So that's pretty nice. The figure gets a little bit in the way, but a little weird that the wings are a completely different color than the rest of his body. How light blue they are, or kind of a grayish blue, while the rest of him is more of a dark blue, black color. But I guess it's so you can see the wings properly. And there you have it. We have our Toothless. So here we have the 6 dragons Race to the Edge Burger King Kids Meal Toys for 2016. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think. Of all these figures, which one was your favorite? Do you watch Race to the Edge? Are you excited for Season 4? Well, if you are, what are you most excited for? Who's your favorite dragon? And who's your favorite dragon rider? Make sure to leave that in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And for further content, you can always follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, Dragon Riders!